awaits her on her journey. Children can take you by surprise. We often forget what they are capable of. Sounds like you are speaking from personal experience. There's a young lad back in my village. I was teaching him the sword. Are you worried about him? Are you worried for him? Nay. It would be a lie to say I do not think of him from time to time, but I do not worry. I taught him what I could of the sword, and other things besides. He took the lessons well. I have faith in the lad. I cannot tell you how happy that makes me. How so? Well, it's a belief of mine that every child should have a mentor to take them in hand and snow and show them what is right and wrong. And I concur. Okay, let's go ahead and save. Who do we have next? So Cyrus is 24 for his chapter 2. 27 for Honnet. 24 for Alphen as well. Ulbrich is 27. Let's go ahead and rest. I think we're gonna do Cyrus next. So let's go ahead and set up our party. But actually, before we set up our party, I'm going to take a short little break here, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I gotta put some laundry in and maybe grab a small little bite to eat. So I'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, and when we pick up, we will be going to start Cyrus's story. So I will see you shortly. Alright, welcome back everyone. Let's see. Start recording again. I've noticed I'm dropping some frames, so I want to make sure I get everything recorded, at least for YouTube. That way if anything goes wrong, you can catch up there. Let's go ahead and change party. Cyrus. Equipment. Okay. Okay, Cyrus has inspiration. Inner strength, that's the... Okay, that's SP by 50. That would actually be pretty good for Cyrus. But he's actually getting close to being able to get the dancer passives. Yeah, I'm actually not gonna make him learn anything yet, because I want him to get the dancer passive so he can start regenerating more SP. Let's do that. Elusive shield. Now we're gonna give him the Gravekeeper's Mark for extra SP. I think that's gonna be good for now. Let's go ahead and go back to the inn and rest again, and then we will port over to the town and start his quest. I think it's over in that town where we already did all the stuff, so we don't really need to do anything there anymore. At least not until later when we've gained in quite a few more levels. At some point it may be worthwhile just to take some of these characters out and grind SP. But for now we're not going to do that. Yeah, he's over in Quarry Crest. We've already explored this town fully. And then we haven't gained that much since last time we were here. Okay, so hoping to solve the mysteries behind a certain ancient tome, you head to Quarry Crest. Here, you seek out Odette. Odette? I'm gonna call her Odette. Or it, whatever it is. Odette, a former colleague who may be able to shed some light on the matter. The story so far. Cyrus left the academy behind in search of the lost tome. From the far reaches of hell, its disappearance was a riddle wrapped in a mystery. A riddle that piqued his scholarly curiosity. Even suffering the indignity of losing his post was a small price to pay for the opportunity of solving this fascinating puzzle. And so did Cyrus come to Quarry Crest to call upon an old colleague, who just might have the answers he seeks. So this is Quarry Crest. It's hard to believe it's been 10 whole years since Odette left the academy. And her house was, that's right. She left directions in her letter. I should take another look. You have all the markings of a great scholar, Cyrus. But allow me to offer you a word of warning. For all your intellect, you have always been clumsy in matters of the heart. I know that your research is more important to you than anything. But you would do well to give some thought to how you treat the fairer sex. You are more handsome than you give yourself credit for. If you are not careful, you might find your words and actions misconstrued by those around you. I should have known better than to read that again. The first time I read it, I nearly fell over laughing. Now, it's almost prophetic. Or now it seems almost prophetic. To think I'd be banished from the academy because of a trumped-up scandal like that. I can just see Odette laughing at me the moment I mention it. But there's no point worrying. I have to face her sooner or later after all. I try to keep myself presentable, this is true. But is my face truly so easy on the eyes? Oh, woe is me, doomed to never realize the full depth of my good looks and charisma. Oh God, Cyrus. Professor, may I ask what that letter was about? It seemed most engrossing. Oh, that? It was a message warning me about women. Huh? Oh, I don't mean in a bad way. What it actually said was that I should be careful how I act toward women, lest I give cause for misunderstandings. Well, intelligence such as yours can be very attractive. Please, my dear. A word such as attractive must be kept in reserve for those of great beauty, such as yourself. I think maybe that's the kind of thing the letter writer was talking about. I think so, but I was merely speaking my mind. Am I not allowed to tell a beautiful woman, that she is just that? Well, sometimes you can, but maybe, in your case, you shouldn't. I'm finding this most difficult to understand. Something I wanted to check on the world map here. Yeah, I think during my next break, a while from now, not anytime soon, I'm gonna mark all these little places down as places to go explore. I don't think we've been to all of them. Okay.
Anyhow, here we are.
Yes, I'll be right there.
It's been some time, Odette.
You're still here. I guess I'm not suffering from fatigue-induced hallucinations after all.
It's me, Odette, in the flesh. Good to see you as hale and hearty as ever.
And you're as insufferable as ever, no doubt. What are you waiting for? Come in already.
Don't mind if I do. How did I know that would be your reaction?
We were practically joined at the hip back in the day. Just watching you go about was fun in and of itself. I always had a hunch you'd end up in trouble with the ladies, but to think it would happen with the princess of all people. Somehow, you've managed to exceed even my wildest expectations.
By expelling me, they hope to protect Her Highness's good name. Needless to say, there's no truth in any of this.
Oh, of course. I'm sure it's all as you say. Her Highness and this Therese are just your pupils. They have no romantic interest in you in the slightest. You're something else, Cyrus. But it's a relief to find your powers of observation are as keen as ever.
Huh?
Well, did you come all this way just to entertain me? If so, congratulations on a job well done.
Save your congratulations for another time. I've come in search of a certain tome. Are you perchance familiar with From the Far Reaches of Hell?
A cheery title if I've ever heard one. I can tell you that it's a compendium of ancient rites and rituals. Not that I've read it myself, of course.
I know that much. I was hoping you could tell me more.
Not much more. It touches upon necromancy, I believe.
Necromancy?
Necromancy. That said, as to what extent, I know little.
Is that so?
Oh, is that so? I was sure that if anyone could enlighten me, it would be you.
Give me a break.
Is that supposed to be flattery? Alright, just give me some time. As soon as I tackle the little pickle I'm dealing with at the moment, I'll do some investigating. A pickle, you say? Consider my interest piqued. I always I always took you for the type who chewed up and spit out your problems before pickles they could become. Again, I find your flattery lacking. Anyhow, since you're here, perhaps I can put you to use. As it happens, a number of people have gone missing of late. Under suspicious circumstances, I presume? Just so.
Naturally.
Many quite literally seem to have been spirited away. One soul went to the neighborhood provisioner to buy some foodstuffs and never returned. Another turned a street corner only to vanish entirely, leaving his friend who was strolling with him in disbelief. All told, 10 men and women have gone missing in such a fashion in the past half year.
Most
How curious indeed. Don't look so disappointed, you nutjob. So how about it? Do you have any ideas? It would be imprudent to jump to conclusions without conducting an investigate. Great, thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'll look into the tome while you are away. A fair trade, I'd say. Though I dare say that having the opportunity to solve this peculiar puzzle is a reward in itself. It
I
figures.
see.
Well, happy investigating. First, I should ask Odette where, precisely, the kidnappings have occurred. Let's see now. Okay, so where the incidents happened. Come to think of it, 3 people who went missing were all last seen near the inn. It could well be a coincidence. Wait, show that she had something I could steal? Thanks. And I can scrutinize you. Let's go ahead and do that too. Never mind. A system of underground canals runs all throughout this town. I don't think anyone has ventured down there in quite some time, though. Oh, looks like we're gonna be going down into the sewers. Seen it happen both in the dead of night and broad daylight. Someone's walking by the inn, they turned the corner up ahead, and when I followed, they were gone, vanished into thin air. And with that, I do believe I have all the knowledge I need to crack the case. Where did the disappearances occur? Near the inn. Every victim was in the general vicinity of the inn when they disappeared. We can say with absolute certainty that they did not vanish into thin air, or some such nonsense. When did the disappearances occur? Was it all hours of the day or was it only at night? I thought it was all hours of the day. As such, it stands to reason that they were kidnapped. And the kidnapper made use of a hidden path or passage to evade the public eye. The sewers. The entrance to the sewers would seem to make for an ideal escape route. Yes, doubtless the culprit stole underground to spirit his victims away. I do believe I should look down there for myself. Looks like we're going down in the sewers. Let's go ahead and save before we go. Here we are. From the looks of it, these aqueducts predate the founding of the village itself. There's a good chance many of the villagers are unaware of their existence. This calls for a thorough investigation. But I must be wary. For all I know, the culprit could be lurking in the shadows as I speak. I will proceed with caution. After all, it simply wouldn't do if I became our villain's latest victim. Oh, there's a save point right there. Ooh, what kind of banner do we have in here? It looks like someone's been coming in and out of these sewers. As we expected. Muddy footprints on the floor and handprints on the wall. Recent too. The mud is still wet. I see. That is very useful information. I must say, you have a keen eye to spot such subtle signs. It's just experience. Albeit experience I never thought would be useful to you. Your experience is the result of careful study and gives you valuable skills, you see. Oh, but we don't have time for a discussion now, however interesting. Perhaps I'll share my insights later. Don't worry about it. Your lectures give me a headache. Yep. Too honest? A little, yes. Oh, that last little exchange was good. Okay, I gotta be looking for hidden paths in here. Yep, just like this one. Oh god, elementals. Ugh.
Out of my way.
I almost want to run away because it's elementals. But I guess we'll give it a shot. Oh, and they hit hard too.
Now then. Come if you dare.
What is the logical course of action?
Oh, flames, rage strong.
I'll not be defeated. May the sacred flame shine forth.
My turn. The battle is true.
I need to heal him. Yep, definitely need to heal him.
My turn now. Let me heal you.
Now, what next?
Oh, flames, rage strong. Cursed witchery.
What is the logical course of...
My turn now. You'll be all right now.
Guess I should probably start healing with Cyrus as well. Yep, definitely need to start healing with Cyrus as well.
Your pain shall be eased.
I'll not be defeated. Huh? Let your wounds be healed.
The battle is truly joy. Out of my way.
Man, AoE lightning damage is painful.
The winds of fortune howl. The battle is truly joy.
I'll do my best. Let your wounds be healed.
Now,
Well then. Here I go! May the sacred flame
There we
shine
go.
forth. I am not
I don't know how many more of those I can do. It's gonna drain my resources. Let's go back to the other side real quick. Snipe Saber. Do I already have that? I do. No, there's no need to go through that secret passage. Okay. Anything in here? More elementals. My god, I hate these things.
The winds of fortune howl.
The battle. Come if you dare.
Elementals just deal so much damage.
I'll do my best. Let your wounds be healed.
I don't really have much I can do with him. I guess I could just be doing ice.
Oh, ice.
To work on the other guy and deal a little bit of damage.
Too
Here.
slow. My turn.
Now then.
Oh man, now 3 enemy turns in a row.
I'll not be defeated. Let your wounds be healed.
Now, what next? Oh, ice. Pierce them through.
Okay.
My turn.
I can finally break him. Used up 30 SP to do so, though.
Now then. I will cut you down.
That did not deal as much as I was hoping it would.
Too slow.
What is the logical course of action? My focus. Oh, ice. Pierce.
There we go.
Thus ends your lesson.
This place is going to drain me of SP, despite everything I've done to try to make it so that doesn't happen. I think we may have finally found a dungeon that's kind of challenging. That isn't a side dungeon. Obviously the side dungeons have been pretty challenging. How do I get that? I saw that chest in there and I want it.
Most intriguing.
I do say, to think there were such elaborate structures under the surface.
What have we...
He's dead.
What
But
in
what
the...
in the heavens is this? It's as if the blood was drained from his body. And what is atop these strange patterns? Clearly, some baleful sorcery has been practiced here. These
couldn't
gemstones.
be.
Why, if my hypothesis is correct,
It
they
couldn't
must be composed of crystallized human blood. That's gross. And yet it is as if myriad hues of red are mixed together. Could it be that each gem contains the blood of multiple victims? Even grosser.
Preposterous!
Good gods, what horrors have been wrought here? How many innocents have been victimized by this blood-sucking sorcerer? At least now we know the motive behind the kidnappings. The villain we are dealing with is no common criminal. No, I am loath to even call him a human being. Sucking the life from the men and women of this poor town, only to cast them away. This is a veritable demon who walks among us. Sorry. One thing is clear. This monster must be stopped before he can commit any more vile deeds. As an academic, I must confess that the history of the dark arts intrigues me. But to put them into practice, this is truly beyond the pale. What's this? The young lady in the cell. She still lives. I must free her, lest she suffer the same fate as the others.
And who might you be?
Just a scholar of no particular repute. I was passing through and could not help but notice these odd gemstones. Are they perhaps your work? And these strange glyphs, are they not runes of High Hornburgian?
Are they now?
The tomes of ancient Hornburg were lost long ago. No ordinary scholar would be privy to this knowledge. But how could any self-respecting academic perform such horrors?
Ho ho! Seems you're more of a scholar than you give yourself credit for.
They still live, yes? If you know what's best for you, you'll free them at once.
Well, since you asked so nicely, no, I think not. A shame. If only you hadn't come poking around in my secrets. I wouldn't have minded picking your brain. Now I'll have to settle for sucking your blood!
Alright, dude, whatever you say.
I cannot fail.
Yeah, of course you summon. Oh, and you're protected?
Truly joy.
Dude.
Come if you dare.
Were you scared? Bring on the old man. Hope you're weak to fire. Please be weak to fire. Old man, come on.
What is the logical course of
Ugh,
action?
man.
So much to
You know,
learn.
they're weak to light. I guess let's finish analyzing these. Fire, yes. Now, old man, make yourself useful. Actually, don't have anything that works good against them without using SP, so I'm gonna just use regular attacks
Victory shall be
there.
mine.
But they're weak to axe, so that's not good for them.
Too slow, too slow, too slow.
Well then.
And unfortunately for you guys, you are also weak to light. There we go, old man.
I'll not be defeated. Prepare yourself. May the sacred flame shine forth.
this?
Oh, that's mean. Go ahead and insight for the max turns. Oh.
Come if you dare.
What's this now? Your pain shall be eased.
Too slow.
I don't want to waste BP when I'm blinded.
You'll be over it now.
Old man, you're supposed to be casting fire spells, buddy.
Oh, flames, rage strong.
Oh, so these little skeleton things have a ton of HP.
Too slow.
My turn.
Have at you.
Let's just go cleric luminescence. Do your thing, old man. Oh my god, why would you not AoE when two of the enemies are weak to fire?
Too slow.
What's this now?
Oh, I should have attacked the other one. Oh well.
Victory shall be mine. Out of my way.
There we go, got rid of one of them finally. Whoa!
My turn.
Thief, wildfire.
Don't play with fire.
What's this now?
Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen.
Too slow.
Well then,
Apothecary first aid.
let me heal you.
Out of my way.
I'll not be defeated.
Now you use fire, old man. Oh man. Okay, go. Wow.
An interesting
It hit
diagram.
Therian.
Your pain shall be eased.
Now then. Out of my way.
Prepare yourself.
Unable to collect, really? Oh man, I hate bosses like this. What a useless boss if I'm not able to collect or steal from you.
Try death. The battle is truly joined.
So much to learn. Sacred light to chase the darkness.
My turn.
Try death. Victory shall be mine. Out of my way.
That hits so hard.
here.
Victory shot.
Out of my way. I see through the defenses.
Okay, now I've done that.
Sacred lights to chase the
Holy
darkness.
light him.
Oh, sacred light.
Let's do this! Time to steal the show.
Now then.
Oh, I want to use Brand's Thunder, but his insight's gonna fall off. So I'm just gonna use this on insight.
Come if you dare.
Sacred lights to chase the darkness.
I'll not. Here I go. Oh, sacred light. My turn now.
I was thinking of summoning an old man there, but I think I'm gonna wait.
What is the logical course of action? Sacred lights to chase the darkness.
Victory shall be. Now then, out of my way.
Now, what next?
Out of my way.
My turn now.
Now we'll summon old man.
Sacred lights to chase the darkness.
My turn. Let's do this! Time to steal the show.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Gideon's dagger. Have to see what that does. Also, if it kicks me out of here, I want to come back in. So I'll get that last chest. Phew. They're still alive after all.
What in the...
What's this? It couldn't be. A copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell? Well, that's unfortunate. It's but a abridged copy, translated into the modern tongue. And aside from basic instructions on performing the rites and the reagents required, all other details have been all but omitted. Why, it doesn't even mention the possible uses of the blood crystals. What's this? A piece of parchment has been inserted between the pages. Calculations on the number of test subjects required to create one blood crystal. I see. And there's a note. First specimen successfully synthesized and delivered. Delivered? Could it be that someone commissioned that frightful stone? I can only speculate. But could whoever is behind this be connected to the stolen tome I seek? Where am I?
Aha!
You're back with us. Good, miss. I'm feeling...
Are
The
you
drugs
okay?
that awful man gave you are still affecting you. Pray rest until your strength returns. Who are you? An
Excuse
excellent
me.
question, my dear, and one I'd be more than happy to answer. You mean a poor girl just awakened from a coma? Have you no shame?
Come now.
Don't be silly, Odette. I was merely trying to be a gentleman. Clearly. At
Now
any
then.
rate, Odette, there's a favor I would ask of you. Another one? Note my complete lack of surprise.
The truth is...
I found on our kidnapper's person an abridged, translated copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell. You're kidding.
What was that?
Needless to say, this could be a tremendous lead. I need to
Thusly,
find out where, and by whom, the volume was translated. Let me have a look. Whoever bound this spared no expense. I thought the same.
indeed.
There are few bookmakers in the realm that could produce such a tome. Fine, I'll help.
You have my gratitude.
Eureka!
Aha!
Did you find something? The thin yet sturdy pages are characteristic of paper made from the finest pine wood. While the texture of the vivid red binding reveals it as unmistakably tanned lambskin. There's only one place in the realm where both can be found in sufficient quantities.
Which
Stone
means
Guard.
that
I am certain of it. So that's where you will travel. Where
Yes.
else? I must track down this tome, Odette. And I must do so before any more horrors can be unleashed upon our fair realm. I wasn't
see.
asking, you know. Oh my god. Really? Just let me go in the stupid sewers.
You're still here.
I am, but not a moment longer. Thank you for everything, Odette. I am in your... debt.
You helped out a little here. What say we call it even? Be safe, Cyrus. I have a hunch you're poking around in something far more sinister than either of us can imagine.
I am well aware of the danger. I will exercise due caution.
Due caution? I'll believe it once you quit diving headfirst into whatever you think smells of mystery.
A man cannot so easily change his God's-given disposition.
You said it was 15 years ago that the tome was stolen.
That I did. What of it?
As you may recall, the then headmaster of the academy died under mysterious circumstances, that very same year.
And you believe the two incidents are connected somehow?
No, I just like spouting valedictory trivia. But now that you mention it, the disorder following the incident would offer a convenient opportunity to misappropriate an article from the archives, wouldn't you say?
Your insight is invaluable and appreciated. I will keep this in mind.
I mean it, Cyrus. Be careful out there.
I will. And I'll return as soon as I get to the bottom of this. You have my word.
I'll be waiting with bells on.
So Cyrus bid Quarry Crest farewell. The translated volume he recovered from the villain, pointing him to his next destination, Stoneguard in the Highlands, where the original copy of the tome he sought surely lies. Cyrus forged on in search of the truth. Cyrus then turned around immediately to go back into the dungeon to get a chest, because there are more important things to do than continuing the story right now.